How your mechanic handles his own mistakes tells you everything you need to know about him. Whether you're a business owner, whether you are a customer, or whether you're just looking for a cheaper way to have your car worked on, not at a shop. How your mechanic handles his mistakes tells you everything he needs to know about him. Now, let me tell you why. So, if you're a shop owner, we'll start there. If you're a shop owner and you have a younger mechanic, and I'm going to give myself as an example, I've made a lot of mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I'm human. I've messed up a lot of cars, and most apprentices do. But I've never walked away from a messed up car. Every car that I've ever messed up, I stay on it until the bitter end and get it finished, get it fixed, no matter what it costs me, no matter how hard it is, because I messed it up. That is on me. Unless there's been some other times where I didn't have the education and capabilities to fix it myself, and I had to have a master mechanic help me, but I was still right there assisting him the whole time because it's important to me, man. If I messed it up, I'm going to be the one to fix it. But if they don't have that mentality, if your mechanic messes your car up and just says, "Oh, we'll take it to this guy," or messes your car up and says, "Sorry, man, it's messed up, I can't fix it," or if they break a part and then they call you back and they say, "Hey, man, I broke this part and you're just going to have to come up off your money for it." Well, that's not really how life works. So for myself, we'll use manifolds for an example. Dodge manifolds, they're widely, notoriously known for breaking the studs off inside of the block or inside of the head. So when that happens, you got to weld a little nub to it and weld a little nub to it, weld a nut to it, try to get it out. And you just got to keep doing that until they come out. It generally takes a long time. Well, anyway, before I ever start that job, I make sure that I tell the service writer to tell the customer there is a high likelihood, like 90% chance, that this is going to happen. And because of this, it's going to require X amount more money because it's going to take X amount more labor hours. But we told them that, made sure they were fully informed of that, made sure that they had all the information before we ever started the repair. And still, I'm going to try to save them that money. I'm going to try to not have them break off in the head. I'm going to try to not have to do that. But they're fully aware that it's probably going to happen. And if it does, we're already on the same page. I can just keep steamrolling to get their car fixed and get it back to them. And they already are aware of the cost. They're already aware of the changes. They're aware that it could be X or it could be X. Obviously, they want the lower amount, but sometimes life just doesn't always work that way, especially in Michigan. We have rusty vehicles. But if your mechanic doesn't tell you that, they're not open with you, they're not talking to you about your vehicle, kind of explaining what's going on, and then they just come up with a phone call after they're in the middle of the repair, "Hey, this, and this also needs to be fixed to fix your issue," well, I'd be pretty mad. Why didn't you diagnose my issue in the first place? Why are you just throwing parts at it? Why didn't you figure out the problem? Why am I being charged for you to throw a parts cannon at it? So it's like how your mechanic handles his mistakes tells you everything you need to know about him. Same for a business. Most businesses will eat the cost. Most good businesses will eat the cost, bigger ones. Some of them will share the cost, compromise with the customer, but the really great ones that I've seen, they are just totally informative with the customer. They're totally open and honest with the customer and saying, "Hey man, this repair, I'm going to try to do it in 5 hours. I'm going to try my dangest to do it in 5 hours to get it done, to get it nice and done. But there's a very likely chance that this bolt and this bolt's going to break. And if that happens, then I have to do this welding. I have to do this fabricating, this cutting. And that's going to take another 10 hours. So then it's going to be 15. But Mr. Customer, before you approve this job, before you approve this repair, I want to make sure we're on the same page and that you totally understand that this could happen. And if you're not comfortable with that, then why don't you come in so that I can show you physically, you can, get an idea of what we're looking at. I can explain it to you in person. I can show you what's going on in the car. And if you still don't want to, then that's totally okay. That's your decision. But you're not stuck in the middle of a repair with your car already torn down and having to do this in order to get it back. And so there's just some business practices that I really don't like in the automotive industry, and that's one of them. Be honest with your customer, be open, because once that car is torn down, you're at the mercy of the mechanic. You're at the mercy of the auto repair shop. And if they're not being honest with you, they're not being thorough with you, telling you what's going on, then it can be a really bad situation. And I feel bad every time I see a customer get put in one of those situations. So, yeah, do better.